Well, I got to start with this, because we are officially on Tush Push Watch. This vote's about to come down. They're meeting right now. We are, who knows, minutes, maybe hours away. Sometime
I don't think it's going to be that long.
Well, maybe not, but it's sometime in our show today.
It didn't take long for me to get fired. I was in there for like 2 minutes.
We're gonna have clarification on whether or not the Tush Push
within
is gone.
minutes. Diana Rossini said.
Okay, within minutes. Well,
that's what I try to tell you. See, I know these things, man.
I'm mad already before we even get the dumb announcement. You know why, Hugh? You know what's so clear, and it's been clear for over a month? The NFL is out to get the Philadelphia Eagles. This is ridiculous. The fact that I'm seeing reports this morning, Roger Goodell, who, by the way, is getting a contract extension. Quietly getting more money this week from the NFL.
More money, Mo.
Jordan Schultz put this out this morning. As the vote on the Tush Push nears, it's become clear that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is a strong proponent of banning it. This is a screw job by the NFL to get the Philadelphia Eagles. They pushed the vote back, which was so not fair. It was un-American what happened a month ago. It was ridiculous. They didn't have the votes. They pushed it back a month to do what they're doing right now. And now they're basically forcing these teams to do it on Goodell's behest. This is a total screw job. The NFL is out to get the Eagles, and every single one of our listeners should be offended. I mean, this is ridiculous what we're doing right now, taking a play away when there's no reason. I mean, there is no reason whatsoever, including the fact they're lying about the injury data. I mean, these are lies. Apparently, Jason Kelsey is there now trying to lobby on behalf of the Eagles with Jeff Lurie.
They didn't pull Jason out the bed. Where are they? By the way,
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So they flew him out to Minnesota.
Yeah, to help push back on the lies, because they're saying that there's injury risk when Jason Kelsey was part of this all the time, and there is no injury risk. I'm so frustrated at the NFL because this is a screw job.
I'm frustrated at how they're going about it.
Yep.
Because nobody has said anything significant enough for me to even question whether or not it's safe. Everybody's echoing the same thing, and the thing that really burns my biscuits is when you hear people that don't have nothing, competent to say about it, fall back on, well, it's an injury risk, or they'll go to, it's a rugby play, it's not football. And ain't none of those cats that are talking about rugby play have ever played rugby. That's the thing to me that makes no sense and makes me believe the same way that you do, that they're just out to get the Eagles. I remember back in the day in the NFL, I was always told it was a copycat league. And the game is constantly evolving and changing. The fact that we have the RPO that's a part of the NFL game now was never a part of the game when I played. It was a college play. It was considered Joe College or whatever. Now it has been integrated into the NFL so much that a lot of teams run it. Kind of like the West Coast offense used to be. The unfortunate thing about this is nobody else can do it to the success that the Eagles have done it. So, therefore, since we can't do it, you can't do it either.
Yeah, I agree, Hugh. And what is striking to me is the tipping point is that they did it in the Super Bowl and they won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right? Like the Eagles have been doing this for 3 years. Why did it become, 4 years really? Why did it become such a big thing now? Well, because the Eagles are becoming and just became the champion of the sport. The Eagles are the top of the mountain right now, and they don't like this play. They don't like the play. You said it right. There's no real reason to ban it. It's a play anyone else could do. It's a play that is a 1-yard play. It's not like they run it 50 times a game. They run it, 3, 4, 5 times a game at most some weeks. And it's a play that there is zero injury data on for years of the play. 215-592-9494. I have felt this way for a while, that this is a total out to get the Eagles job by the NFL. But it was even further this week, and I didn't think about this a month ago. Credit to Mike Florio for bringing this up. Listen to this, kind of how they went about it, using the Packers as a guise to be the team that promotes and pushes this agenda. Here's Florio on why the NFL might have used the Packers to do this.
Another theory, and this is backed up by evidence, because Rod Wood, the president of the Lions, I think probably shouldn't have said it, but when he came out and admitted that the league approached them about this playoff proposal that is back on the table, I feel like the league has now realized, even though the traditional sausage-making process entails the competition committee presenting these proposals, they see value in having it originate seemingly organically with a team. And I would bet a fairly sizable amount of money that the Packers were approached by the league to be the poster child of this movement.
I don't
and
doubt
whether
you
it
there.
was, hey guys, we gave you the draft, or hey guys, whatever, quid pro quo, wink, wink, nod, nod. You be the face of this so it doesn't look like the big bad ivory tower on 345 Park Avenue is coming down on the Eagles and the league is rigging the game by taking away the tush push. Let's have one of their peers be the ones to bring this up. And the Packers made the most sense to be that team. I feel like the Packers are taking one for the league on this.
They're taking one for the team here on this one?
Yeah, I feel like they are because we know the Lions are with this playoff thing.
This is so slimy by Roger Goodell. Hey, the Packers don't have a real principal owner. You be the team to propose it. That way no one can be mad at me.
Nobody wants the heat. Nobody wants that heat.
Goodell doesn't want this play anymore. They don't like it for a TV product. They don't like it for pace of play. They don't want the Eagles to run it anymore. And the fact that the idea is out there, they're using the Packers to be the one because Goodell is a coward, this is ridiculous. 215-592-9494. I believe the NFL has it out for the Eagles. We're going to see where this vote goes down within minutes. Jason Kelsey is reportedly there with Jeffrey Lurie fighting on behalf of the tush push right now. Look, maybe we win this vote by one vote. Maybe it stays for one more year. My gut tells me it's not going to. But it doesn't even matter at this point. The NFL is out to get the Philadelphia Eagles. And Hugh, you know what I need? I need opening night of the season. I need Roger Goodell when his face is on the screen. I need him booed as loud as he's ever been booed anywhere near here. This is crazy that we are at this point. For what reason? 215-592-9494. Your reaction to everything going on right now with the tush push. The vote is being, from what we understand, conducted right now.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it probably is a wrap. And if it was a wrap because of real injury risk, if it was a wrap because there was data that says players are getting hurt, that's different. Like, I don't need the NFL to be the way it was 40 years ago. I understand there's changes, Hugh. There's been a lot of changes with injury stuff and changing it. I'm okay with changing the game for safety reasons. This isn't one of those. And it's not a play that's used enough that it should garner this much attention. The NFL's out to get the Eagles. 215-592-9494. Kyle, where do you come down as we await the vote totals from out in Minneapolis?
Yeah, so it's a bunch of crap, honestly. The fact that this play is, I think, very likely to get banned. I'm not happy about it. I don't like the way that they're going about it, using the Packers as like a patsy. I agree with you that it's a little slimy by Roger Goodell.
Slimy.
I do think it's going to affect the Eagles in a pretty big way. I think it's an important play for the Eagles. I even said yesterday, I feel like it's a major part of the Eagles' identity. I still do believe that. I'm not going to do the woe is me Eagles thing, though, that everyone hates the Eagles, and this is specifically that the NFL is out to get the Eagles. I think you could insert any team here, if it were Buffalo or whoever, that implemented the tush push and won the Super Bowl doing it, and it was their play, like remove the Eagles from it. If it was any other team, and this was the way it was going down, I think they'd be doing the same thing. I don't think this is Eagles specific at all. I think we get a little bit too wrapped up in the fact that the NFL has some sort of vendetta against Philadelphia and the Eagles. Why would they? Like, we are one of the biggest and most craziest markets in the NFL. Like, it benefits the NFL that the Eagles are good. I think it's just a simple fact that it's a way for the rest of the league to just knock the Eagles down a peg. And I get that it's the Eagles there now, but I think it would be, if this were the Chiefs that were doing it, I think everyone would be jumping on it just as much.
No way.
Yes, they would.
No
if
way.
there was a way that everyone else in the league could take away something that the Chiefs do great, like if it were, let's ban Mahomes from throwing the ball 30 times in a game, I think they would. I think a lot of teams would like the idea of being able to do that. I just think it's an easy way for them to gang up and even the playing field for the NFL. It just so happens that the Eagles are the team as like the placeholder team.
The NFL's pulling the wool over your eyes and everyone else. We're getting screwed here. And yes, I understand that the Eagles are the one that they created this play. But they're getting punished for a play that other teams run. The Eagles aren't the only team that runs this play. The Bills run it. And their coward coach wants it out of the league too. 215-592-9494. Where do you come down? Is the NFL out to get the Eagles? It feels that way. The fact that they have to bring in Jason Kelsey today to try to save
crazy.
This thing is nuts.
I tried to tell y'all yesterday, when you got to call in favors, I tried to tell y'all, I gave y'all a prime example of that. When you got to call in favors Or you get that phone call and say, hey, you better go get your people. It's not a good look.
But the
It's not a
example you
good look.
gave, it worked for you.
No, it didn't. I got fired.
Well, you said, but didn't you say people came to your defense?
They came to my defense, but I
you
still got fired. I still got fired.
So Jason Kelsey's there. We're still going to.
But the lesson is that it can help you.
No, you know what it did? I just wasn't drunk. I was just aggressive. I just tried to beat up my coworker. I wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
But the outcome was the same. I still got fired.
HR still involved. Either way. All right.
Yeah, there's no difference.
215-592-9494. Look, Kyle said if it was any other team, it'd be the same. I'm not sure about that. Here's what I know. The NFL it's pretty clear now, and maybe it should have been years ago, but it's pretty clear now the Eagles are not going anywhere, right? The Eagles are a great organization. They have the best general manager, I think, in pro sports in Howie Roseman.
No question.
They have a young roster with a lot of talent. Even if they're not quite as dominant as they were last year, they're going to be really good again and again and again. And probably for the next 5 years, they're going to compete for Super Bowls. Goodell doesn't want this play on TV. He doesn't want this play on every Sunday in the biggest games, and he's doing everything in his power. I mean, it's beyond just like, hey, let's talk about this, because that's what it was a month ago. Let's have a discussion. I mean, this has gone beyond that. This is now a clear directive from the commissioner of the NFL. He doesn't want this play, and now everyone else has got to bow down to Goodell. The fact that Florio said the Packers may have done this because they got the draft is the slimiest thing in the world. Like, what are we doing? We're giving back channel favors to get a rule out of the NFL? This is nuts.